Deepak Verma and Saurav Padhya. Deepak Verma versus Saurav Yadav. Whoever wins get a Red Bull. It's a game of endurance. जो लंबा चलेगा वही जीतेगा.
Again, that one movement, you know, I'm using the mic in one hand and I'm trying to do this. That will help you guys to realize. So, the movement, very simply put, on the side would look like this is very nice. It's for so many things like that. So, when you think about it,
lemon देना lemon.
समझ रहे हो मेरी बात? Should I start? Take your position. Okay, crowd. আমি 3 বলবো, তোমরা 2 আর 1 বলবে. I say 3, you say 2 and the 1. In 3. Let's go. It's a game of endurance. It's not about the number of push-ups you are doing.
Just having roasted coffee from the brand called Built. This is amazing. I tried yesterday also. So today Sumit will be trying the Madagascar vanilla. Please let me know how is it. It's good. Can try one. The roasted coffee is really nice. It feels like a burnt garlic. The roasted beans of the coffee. But the coffee smell is not there. It's a little bit of chocolate. How is the vanilla? This is good, but yeah, again, I expect thickness. Ready?
Mr. Amandeep Singh, Alipati. Please join us on stage. Can we have Ms. Kalyani Capadia on stage, please? Thank you.
Thank you so much. मेरी सभी dignitaries से मैं अनुरोध करूंगी कि kindly proceed toward the auspicious lamp lighting ceremony. 2023 और इस पल को चाहिए ढेर सारा प्यार support. So kindly give us a big round of applause, everyone. Make some noise. We just invoke the blessings of the Lord as we are proud to start this great grand festival.
I also take this privilege to call upon my family, my better half, Mrs. Rashmi Sachdev Sir. And the workforce, the people, my right of the ground, without which this show could have happened. With those around, I call upon the chief of this Fitexpo, Miss Ayushi Sachdev and Gagan Sachdev on stage, please. The officials, the volunteers, and the exhibitors, I extend my heartiest welcome to all of you. My heart goes out to all the fitness enthusiasts, the sports lovers, the athletes who spend and dedicate their life to such hardcore disciplines and still wait to have a platform where they can showcase their talent, their quality. This is a humble effort from my team and myself, where we try to provide a platform where the athletes, the sportsmen come and showcase what they've got. And the brands, the sponsors, the exhibitors who are present here, without whom this show can never happen. A great amount of thanks to them as well. While I welcome you all, I also miss somebody today here. A person who was so close to my heart. A person who has given me extreme support in the initial days when the first Fitexpo came up in 2016, and then again in 2017 and in 2019 as well. All the three editions, I had this wonderful personality, this great man who on just a phone call was standing by me, supporting me and giving me all the encouragement and support. That's none other than our beloved Kaizzad Capadia Sir. And I would like to welcome once again Miss Kalyani Capadia on stage. While I pay my homage to the late Capadia Sir, I have
Mrs. Capadia with me today. And I am falling short of words. I'm sorry. God bless you. I would like her to say a few words because it's important that we hear from her because she has been a companion through and through.
Knowing Kaizzad is the best thing that has happened to my life, and I've been privileged to meet all these people and work with them and work with Kaizzad. I mean, I don't think there is anybody who is luckier than me, and I just wish I will meet him again.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll ask Rashmi ma'am to please escort Kalyani ma'am, please. Thank you so much for being here. And as we kick off the 4th edition of the Fitexpo, and we want to show what we have, what the City of Joy has to offer, and what and how much business perspective do we have in the eastern part of this country. Here we stand today with the most popular, most happening, most enterprising people, brands, sponsors, exhibitors at the Fitexpo, and the next 3 days are going to be what we say, we are going to create mayhem. That's right. What do you say, Suraj? Absolutely, and we are going to create history with 3 lakh square feet at the Milan Mela Prangan. We are happy to offer you the Fitexpo in partnership with the Confederation of West Bengal Trade Associations and the West Bengal Industrial Development Corporations. Thank you once again to all the sponsors, all the exhibitors, all the visitors, all the athletes, all the participants, all the sportsmen, all the judges, all the referees, and all you dignitaries and the press and media. Friends from the press and media, warm welcome to you as well. Thank you very much. We'll take no time more. We have something more coming up. Thank you.
So, what do you think would be a smart way or a good way or the ideal way, if any, to have such people verified? Is there some way that, okay, there is verification system in the industry, or can something like this happen? Yes.
People even to Instagram long time back, saying your influencers talk sometimes bullshit about fitness and nutrition. They don't know. They haven't studied. Can they produce their certifications? Can they list out? And a lot of certifications have expiry dates. Are they recertified? What have they done? I got no response. So I will maybe try to make the efforts up to get those people having to be listed or certified or having. I mean, I have written a lot of emails, guys. I know for sure, because the social media has become too wide. Everybody depends on social media for all the information, and that is so absolutely wrong. I saw yesterday one video about Ryan Reynolds getting ready for one movie. What has he done? And his trainer is talking about, and the trainer is talking about from experience. I mean, this is what I did. So people should ask why I have done it, how this relates to. But just saying because I say so, it's not a question. So all these people who talk about fitness or nutrition, or for that matter anything, should have a rating from Instagram or Meta, and they should have a panel who actually verifies their certifications, ask them questions, and rate them.
So in fact, it's very interesting that we're talking about this. Just a few weeks ago, SEBI has created this particular panel that nobody can give financial advice and talk about the share market, and it's so many of them are blocked. I think the same thing is more important for people's lives because this is the case.
So going back, I'm going to restart my efforts again.
So,
But you have taken, that's the end of the journey, and then what you ended up where, you don't know what body or fitness impacts you're going to have with that shortcut, you don't know. So I've been working out since the time I can remember, and I don't think there is any shortcut. You have to do the process, you have to work out, you have to eat clean, and you have to keep doing it over and over again. And that's what needs to be done when you want the results.
आगे नहीं आना आप लोग लाइन में खड़ा हो जाइए, स्टैंड इन वन लाइन. ओके. Okay. First pose, front double bicep. Come on, flex. Okay, relax. Front lat stretch. Come on. Relax. Next, side chest, any side. Okay, relax.
Sanjay Selfin, Bhuvan, and now Mr. Sunil Chadha, the man who deserves an international stage and international award, the man who has given us all, the man who raises Tiranga with all proud. अगर ये तिरंगा नहीं उठाते तो हम लोग proud feel नहीं करते. Can we have a big round of applause for the one man, Mr. Sunil Chadha?
Alright, so we have some grand performances.
The topic is a balance of striking the right balance between fitness and nutrition, because Vivek will talk about functional fitness. Mr. Archit will shed some light on what are his thoughts and ideas about nutrition, and Smita Khanna will also speak about the nutritional aspects of life from her point of view.
Thank you so much, Anuradha, and welcome to you all again. My brother has highlighted a bit about what the topic is. Definitely, most of the panels, they end up in this discussion itself, that what is the balance, how do we balance it out, and Dr. Parikshit also gave a very good example of the balancing diet than the balanced diet. So over to you all. First, please, your 2 bits about it, and then we can take this discussion ahead.
Hello everybody. I will not waste time thanking everybody, but a big round of applause for Fitexpo and the entire team who's here giving us a good platform. Okay, I am in this industry from last 25 years, right? Now I come from PGI Chandigarh, working now, I work as a consultant with Karma. It's always 80% diet and 20% workout. Am I right? Hope I'm not offending anybody. And your abs, your lifestyle is made in the kitchen. And the key word for all the panelists, what they were saying and what we are propagating in so many years is balancing. Like I actually propagating millets this time. You know why millets? Can anybody tell me why millets this time? What are we doing? We are only depending on one kind of cereal, 1 or 2 kind of cereal, primarily rice, wheat and sometimes corn. So what happened that we need a dietary diversification, right? We need the awareness
about the second class protein also allowing some muscle gain, but they're talking from a survival point of view, not the optimal point of view. Again, if you talk about balance, anybody here knows another macronutrient that can provide energy except carbohydrate, protein and fats? Or any other thing that can provide energy except carb, protein, fats? If you want balance, you should put that also. Alcohol provides 7 kilocalories. So if you say the balanced diet, everything should be included, then that's being that is damaging to health, that provides energy also, then that should be included also. So balance, again, people don't understand. You need something which fuels you the best. There is a macronutrient for that. You need something which will actually give you the muscle building thing. Again, there is protein for that. And where to obtain these things, again the body is given, again the right nutrition will get both from it. And even the vitamin minerals. So the body knows how to maintain the delicate balance. One has to understand all these things.
Yeah, so what happened is that the gut started to reduce in length. Now it had to happen because there was no need for those long lengths, because the food was getting digested pretty quickly. And those calories were freed up from there and they were allowed to give it to the brain. And the jaw started to shrink because from literally eating wood, you started to eating meat which is softer. And our jaw started to shrink in size, that allowed more real estate for the brain to grow. And our intestines started to shrink in size, that allowed more energy for the brain to grow. Because our brain, even at resting levels, you would agree, consumes about 22 to 25% of our total calories. Let me round it off to 25 and I'll give you an example. If you're eating 1000 calories per day, which you don't, more than that only you, 1000 calories per day, 250 goes to the brain. That big an energy consumer is. Our intestines is 7.5 meters long. That consumes about 15% of the total calories you eat. Now imagine 25% brain, 15% this guy, 40% these two organs are utilizing, 60% of the remainder calories, the rest of the body has to work. In that, 6 shorty muscles are there. Now imagine long gut like a cow. Cow has a brain of 150 grams and an intestinal length of 50 meters. Now imagine a 50-meter intestine here. 60% of the calories here, 25% of the calories here, 85% of the calories gone, 15% are in those calories, the rest of the body has to survive. The body would die. Such an organism with a heavy brain and a heavy intestine cannot survive. So thus, there is always a give and take. You find any herbivore, horse's brain is this big and the skull is this big. Why? Because so that it can eat as much as it can, and the intestinal length 40-50 meters, that is also there. So the brain doesn't have real estate, the brain doesn't have energy. Our brain, scientists after scientists have kept on saying it has only increased in size because we started consuming meat about 2.6 lakh million years ago, which was the Homo habilis guy. And what about the stone tools? They were there for sketching or what? So stone tools, and you look at any cave paintings 10,000 years ago beyond, what are they doing in those cave paintings? Doing garba with those dandas? They are hunting. And how can we say that a plant-based diet is sustaining, or is it the true diet for the human being, when those guys have left hard copies of proof? What else could they have? They would be turning in their graves listening to these arguments. Then 16,000 years ago, the last ice age started to drop down. Sea levels rose, not because of the glaciers in the sea, but the glaciers of the mountain. And what happened is that the temperatures from the last 12,000 years have been the same. And a crop called as wheat crop, which was a simple grass, because of warm temperatures and the waters that there because of the river started to get cultivated on its own everywhere. Tribes of humans, when they would go for hunting with the spear, they would find this wheat crop, they would pluck it, they would keep it for their heydays. And what happened is that when they would come back with the crop, some of the seeds, this is not I am saying, these are scientists saying, the crops would fall down, and on that path the crops would grow. Oh, idea. 10,000 years ago. Anybody can prove me here that you have proof of agriculture beyond the period of 10 to 12,000 years ago? I am willing to leave the stage. I've gone for a hunt. The success ratio is only 25%. How do I know? Because these are the studies. So 25%. So most of the time, out of 4, 3 attempts were waste. So you come back empty. So then the body had to fast. And then when you would get food, you had to eat a lot. So that would help you in later stages. You see, all religions have in some way the concept of fasting. Now what you call it intermittent fasting, I call it as incidental fasting. Because that is how the hunter-gatherers were doing. And that is so ingrained. So if you always are eating, what will happen is that insulin has to be high. And the other side, the glucagon and the other hormones that are there, they will always be low. Because when insulin is high, what is the job of insulin? To take the blood glucose, of course other also. But mainly, let's talk about blood glucose. To take it from the blood and so that the blood glucose are maintained and put it in some other stores. Okay? What is the job of the glucagon? When the blood glucose levels are extremely low, it removes it from the other stores and puts it back into the blood. But if you're going to eat it every hour, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, that level is never coming down and insulin is constantly working. So chronic insulin elevation and chronic depletion or low levels of glucagon. And the moment you start fasting, insulin gets some time to rest and glucagon comes up, mera bhi kaam aaya. And that's why your body starts to feel better. And that's not some pseudo benefit that you're getting. It's actually a good benefit. Now what should we promote is a diet that is so satiating that it keeps you full for long. Now that diet cannot be a complete plant-based diet. To eat any plant-based source, you will get hungry in 3 hours.
And one more point I would like to add is, so what is happening right now is this intermittent fasting now has actually become a buzzword. Antioxidant, omega-3, anti-inflammatory, all these are buzzwords. People are fasting for the sake of fasting, whereas it should be incidental, automatically happening. So if you are on good food, it will include the animal foods also. And again, paneer also comes from animals, so again animal food. It's again vegetarian for most of us. If that food is eaten, again these are actually called as heavy foods. If you see in the market, these terms are used and they give you satiety for long duration. So you are actually eating, that time you are not fasting, and the rest of the time the body is being provided the right kind of energy sources because you have eaten these foods. So feasting and fasting, these are actually normal. One has to understand whatever benefits you get from fasting, you will still get if you are eating the correct food. And intermittent fasting again is not a diet, one has to understand. Intermittent fasting is a program, schedule. I'll eat for this much time, I'll not eat for this much time. And what about the risk of fasting? What if the person is actually getting lesser and lesser energetic and falls down? So nobody actually is talking about the risk of fasting without paying attention to diet. People are just fasting for the sake of fasting. So these are actually very dangerous things at times.
See, like he said rightly, both of them, even Mr. Juneja, you are saying it right. These are facts. Like if we are formulating a diet within the industry, ma'am, keto de dijiye, ma'am, intermittent de dijiye. But do they know whether their body can take it or not? I specialize with diabetes. I have so many diabetics. It's okay. It's a lifestyle disease. Ma'am, intermittent. I said, I know what will happen because your glucose level will fall down. But no. That means you are not a good person, you are not a good life coach, you are not a good dietitian, you don't know your subject because you are not recommending. But like we said, that's what we are on the same page. It depends first upon our diseases, right? Our lifestyle, and one thing, it should come automatically. 12 hours fasting was always there. It is nothing new. It's, it's like coined word. It's all a coined word. Keto, it's like intermittent, it's like bikini diet or Mediterranean diet or a blue zone diet.
Are there any, like suppose in the last panel we spoke about, it was about cardiac issues and there is this XYZ tests you can take so that you know what to avoid, what to take care of and how to best do what you need to do. In terms of nutrition, to balance it with your particular lifestyle, your particular habits, your workouts and whatever. How do we know best what to do, what to eat and how to balance our nutrition with our lifestyle? Is there any way that we can test it out?
We have been hijacking the mic, so let me give her the first opportunity.
Just a quick concept of both of them can hijack my mind, okay? Just a quick one, I would say, see, it's all like we are talking. Whatever we study and what we practice, we have to have the link between them. I tell my patients and my client, your body should not be acidic. So I'm only speaking upon one, then they can hijack my mic, that you should not be acidic. Once you have acidity, whatever superfood you are eating, that will not be absorbed. Right? So next, I give the floor to the
So, taking a leaf from her, only acidic, our gut is supposed to be acidic only. And yeah, so that is what the body is maintaining. Now what happens is, why do we have the stomach acid so intense, close to carnivores? Because we need to dissolve meat, right? And when you don't eat that, what is the body going to do with that acid? And then you'll say that it is acidic. You give it some task, right? So if you have money, you don't use it, you're becoming rich. And you're like, oh, a lot of money to have. But why don't you spend it then? So there is acid for a reason and we are not using it. And thus we get the acidic thing. So if that is the job, कि भाई body acidic नहीं होना चाहिए, then I will say stay away from plants as much as you can. Plants, unless you are a vegetarian, then what you need to do is find out the best options there. Unless you are a vegetarian, in that case, what you should do is, okay, these are my sources. What are the best? Then you go for that. Because I'm not here going to tell you that don't be a vegetarian. And when I said stay away from plants, is from the perspective of person who has both the options. But my mother is a vegetarian, then I need to find out something that is plant-based or maybe dairy-based, but that is the best within that domain.
And one more thing, when we say acidic, like he mentioned about the stomach. So one more trending thing is, if you have heard about this, alkaline water and all that stuff. So again, the body's intelligence. The body again can manage the blood pH. The body actually does not change the blood pH depending on what you're eating. The body is again intelligent. So hunger satiety mechanism there, thirst mechanism there. There is also mechanism to manage the blood pH also. And these bits are there. If you eat acidic food, the blood will turn acidic. All that stuff. So again, understand the human body. That knowledge will actually help. Yeah, use common sense.
So sometimes the thinking with the brain is a problem actually, because when you go with gut feeling or with intuitions or with things that are innate, so babies don't use their brain. Evolution, when it was happening, the organisms were not using the brain. Evolution was pushing them towards certain things. Now the sapient brain can think of something to split the atom. Now you can use that logic to create an atomic bomb and blast Hiroshima and Nagasaki, or you can use the same concept to light somebody's glass bulb. So thinking from the brain, she is saying with the right intentions, but you need to first understand क्या सोचना है, कैसे सोचना है, वो भी एक बात है. Now thinking from the brain is what got the alkaline water. If people were not thinking, they wouldn't have thought of the black water or the alkaline water or this water or that water or the charcoal thing. People are thinking with the brain, but some education has to be there, that how to think.
And again, rely on the body's instinct. So the body has thirst mechanism, body has hunger mechanism. Again, listen to your body. Again, needs to be highlighted. The body can manage all these things if you are providing the right things. And you don't need a water reminder on your smartwatch. That's the one thing I'm again highlighting. So I don't have it, she does not have it. We all three don't have it. Neither do you. And again, it can be used for some good purposes when you talk about the cardio exercise and all that. So use it for the right purpose.
On average, mostly this answers most of the questions. If I'm eating something or eating a meal right now and that takes care of that in that 6 hours, that can be a good thumb rule to have. Is that right?
Yeah, so now some people will say, no, it is not. 2 hours, 3 hours you should eat. The point is, why am I not feeling hungry for the next 6 hours? Because my body's demands have been quenched. That's the thing. So, why are you not drinking? I'm not thirsty. Why should I drink? No, even if you're not thirsty, you still should drink 8 glasses of water. Who are you to tell me? No, you must have these many calories. Who are you? Those are averages.
And very, very simple thing, adding on to that 8 glasses of water. 8 is always a term which is used, I don't know why, in the fitness industry. Number 8, everything 8. Pluto removed, again 8. Now the thing is, the body is smart enough. Another example which all of you will be able to relate is, in summers you will drink generally more water automatically. So the body is so smart, forget about the macro, micros, when to eat, how much to eat. If you get the correct food, even the water is also required. We have not talked about water by the way till now. The body will take care of the water needs also. As you spending more and more water being eliminated from the body by sweating, for cooling the body, whatever the reason might be, the body will make you more thirsty. More thirst will automatically get the person to a water source if available. And if available, the person will drink the right amount of water just to quench exactly the right amount. There are again receptors involved at the level of the brain and all, osmoreceptors and all that if you wish to read about. But the body has intelligence about how much to eat, when to eat, how much to drink, when to drink also. And again, whether it's summer, winter, the body will adjust.
Into that, but when the body is asking, don't ignore it. So right now, some of us might be thirsty, but you don't want to drink it because you don't want to miss anything that is going on. Some of us probably want to use the loo also, but you are holding it right now because it's not very good to go right now. And going back to the social media thing that we all were discussing right now, and yesterday also we were discussing, it is invented only to keep you distracted. Those small bits. Why is Facebook going away? Because you could write a big chunk there and people would not read it. But on Instagram you can't. So smaller bits, that is how Twitter got famous. 140 or 144 characters. So you have to ensure that, okay, I am trusting my hunger and satiety, but when the baby asks for food, the mother should not ignore. So similarly, when the baby is asking, the body is asking, you should not ignore. You should be vigilant enough to listen to that also is a skill that we need to develop in this world of distractions.
And one more thing which we have been seeing is a lot. So how many of you have a smartwatch? I don't have actually. So how is she drinking the right amount of water and all that if she does not have the smartwatch is because of the cellular intelligence which the body possesses. So the body is intelligent enough, it takes care of food needs, water needs, everything if you are providing it. And in case of, let's say, food not being available, that can happen. Water not being available, that can happen again. The body has reserve mechanisms also. So the body starts rationing the usage and all that, but that is not from a perspective of performance nutrition, that is again survival nutrition. So I don't know how many of you are Bear Grylls fans. Bear Grylls actually does something which is again something I would not like to speak about also, but that is required from a survival angle, and we are in a fitness conference. We understand that the body will be made available of all these things, and then we are talking about it. So again, the food is meant for performance. We are talking again in a fitness expo. The body is smart enough, the body will remind you. The only thing is you have to provide it and not ignore it also. It needs to be available and not be ignored. What?
Instead of our jaw developing like this, our jaw is developing like this. So the teeth cannot have space. So they go artificial. The average height since last 10,000 years have reduced by 6 inches. Women used to be 5'6", men used to be 5'11". What is the average height now? 5'6" for men and 5'1" for women. An archaeologist, or forget about archaeologist, a human archaeologist, an anthropologist, if they look at the bone that they have found, just by looking at the cursory look, they can tell you whether it is a hunter-gatherer's bone or a farmer's bone, by the quality of the bone. What are we talking about? So they had to come to the ground. Now, when they came on the ground, the problem that they faced was that tree foods are no longer there. There are two kinds of vegetarians in the jungle, ground vegetarians and tree vegetarians. Tree vegetarians are very specific. They can only have vegetarian stuff of the tree, they cannot eat grass.
A non-vegetarian, a vegan, not depending upon the documentary or my XYZ, my panelists or my friends or my gym bud or my peer or my whosoever is having, because his or her mechanism is different. And my mechanism is different. So it's all the gut feeling.
Changing a lot of things which were taught to us, whether in medical school or anywhere else actually. And we also need to actually understand more and more about the history part, if we really want to understand what is good food.
So, you a lot of valuable insights and a lot of important points which I had not thought of earlier but came across. And I think loads of questions which were answered, which people had in their minds, but didn't know whom to ask and whether to ask it also or not. So I think a lot of that has come out. So thank you so much. Thank you so much again to be on the panel, and hope to see you all soon. Thank you for being here again.
Hi Suraj, how are you? I'm good.
Left hand tight, left hand tight. Left hand tight, left hand. Right tight, right grip, come on.
Go. Great going. From ground to left. Come on, keep cheering up. Come on, guys, keep cheering up. Your energy and motivation is more. Come on, Joey, come on. Expand the millions. Expand millions.
Come on! Who's the winner here? And finally,
Competitor in the strongman competition, so I competed in that, and unfortunately this time I stood second.
That's okay.
And basically powerlifting is my sport, so I was helping out the federation a little. And apart from that, with the KLM stall and everything. Follow my man, Rohan, on YouTube. Biker.
I'm really happy to meet Shoaib tomorrow. He's
my brother from another mother.
I know that he just put up that post, but he is very busy person in Fitexpo. He spoke very little less, but I know him. He's competing, he's organizing, he's helping the founder and the creator of Fitexpo. Along with that, he's also standing with the K11 class and the Fitexpo. The man of the hour with a lot of responsibilities. Thank you, Mr. Jamal, for your time. Okay.
I must break you.
Acting box. Shadow box. What is the bar after 2 hours?
मार भाई मार किया ये ब्लू वाला भाई तगड़ा है, देख ब्लू वाला देख रहा है, एग्रेसिव हो जा रहा है, देख पूरा देख ब्लू वाला बहुत एग्रेसिव है भाई। बंदी का बेस्ट फ्रेंड हो, उसका बंदी का बेस्ट फ्रेंड नहीं, उसका पूरा ब्रेकअप तो पक्का हुआ है उसका। देख भाई
কেমন লাগছে ফিটেক্সপো? হ্যাঁ ভালো লাগছে? হ্যাঁ খুব ভালো লাগছে। তোমাকে কত বছর ধরে আমি চিনি? সেই 2018। ভালো থেকো। এক্সটেন্ড trying BCA বলে extend. The flavor is Italian blood orange. Let's see. Nice. Okay, I'll come back again for the line. Jaiti, how are you feeling?
Great.
Huh?
Great. Last year I did
19.
1990.
You are there?
Yeah, I was there.
Ranjit, time at Fitexpo.
It is about to end, and it was such an amazing time we have spent here.
Yes, most of the time though we spend in the knowledge-based seminars that's happening in B1, B1.2 and B1.1. Knowledge-based seminars, but there are a lot of events that are actually happening, just like martial arts, football, cricket, other sports.
CrossFit, strongman events,
CrossFits,
box cricket,
judo, lot of different kinds of sports events happening in different sectors of Fitexpo. Obviously, I can't cover the entire thing, but I'll show you the clips of it, and I will mainly share the knowledge-based seminars. So that's me and Sumit. We came for 3 days, only for 2-3 hours between our office breaks, and we actually had amazing time checking out the brands.
About it. Yes, amazing crowd, amazing environment overall. So much of positivity, so the young crowd, old crowd, everyone is here. So this kind of expos should have like more presence, and it should continue. It should like people should come and see the kind of energy.
Exactly, the energy distribution. All the fitness professionals all across India, even world, they are here at Fitexpo 2023 at Bangla Mela in Science City grounds, just beside Science City. I just want to say this kind of Fitexpo should happen state-wise at least every 6 months, so that everybody can reunite, and there are a lot of awareness on the fitness and health sector industries of India.
People should encourage this sort of event, right? More than anything else, because this is something related to our life, right? How to make our life better, how to make our life competitive, right? And stay away from a lot of bad negative energies. Right?
Bad negative energies and bad lifestyles, lot of toxic things, right? Generally the young crowds get attracted to that, but fitness is something that will bring them together. So that's why Fitexpo is important. We have our share of fun in this Fitexpo 2023. With this we sign off from Fitexpo 2023.
From Fitexpo 2023.
See you guys in the next vlog. Have a great day. Bye. লক করলে কি করে চালাবো? হ্যাঁ,
With downwards came the cry, about plunging from the sky. 3,000 horses silent as the ship began to die. The flares to guide her